Hello, Georgette Gankars here, and today I just wanted to give you a fast tip on how to make your paintings more exciting and cohesive, especially landscapes. So, students always ask me, how do I make my paintings pop? How do I develop lots of greens for my landscapes or different colors? How can I paint different seasons? And there's one tip to do it. Okay, so I'm just going to cover one tip. If you want to take my class, I teach at Seattle Central College, and you can be anywhere in the world and take that class. It's online. And I also teach overseas through Seattle Central College. If you, for credit, if you want to take that class, I can give you the link below. And also I have projects that I do on my own. And for what I'm going to be teaching you, if you're more interested, I have a textbook that I wrote, and it's my Painting for Everyone copyright textbook, and my mixing color textbook. And it has everything that you wanted to know about building a studio space, how to paint at home, how to paint plein air, how to paint in the studio, what colors to mix, where, and what inspiration that you would get for painting, how to paint from a photograph, how to paint from memory, how to paint from imagination. And there are tons of exercises in the book that lead you step by step through the process and also help you become the painter that you want to be. So let's get started with the exercise, okay? So this is a very simple, fast minute painting. It takes less than 5 minutes to do. And you can see all the strokes here. And they're okay, but they're not a complete painting, right? It's not interesting. So how do you make those colors pop? How do you just make the greens really talk to you? Instead of just having phthalo green mixed with white, or phthalo green and cobalt blue, or phthalo green and ultramarine blue. What happens when students have their palette? Sometimes what they do is they mix the colors separately, and there's no cohesion to the colors. For an example, they might mix red and blue, and they have a purple, and then separately, they're mixing red and orange or whatever. I'm going to show you a method now where you can have one color, and you just keep adding other colors, and you can get all the colors and figure everything that you needed for that one canvas. So let's get started. So here I have the color blue, and the secret is you have to start with one main color. So if this was my landscape, most of this painting has blue in it, right? The other color is green. So I would start with blue. And then what I would do is I would look at the color wheel. And when I'm looking at the color wheel opposite, I have blue here and I have orange down here. But I chose yellow. So I chose an opposite warm and cool color, okay? So blue being my cool, yellow being my warm. And I added it, and I got green. And then to the green, I added red, and I got brown. In other words, I keep adding one more color, and these are all of my landscape colors that I got just by adding one color. So this color here now happens to be blue, yellow, and red. We started with blue. We added yellow, we got green, then we added red, we got brown. So let me show you what I mean. So here's my palette, okay? And what I'm going to do is I'm not going to mix. You should always mix with your palette knife, but I'm going to mix with my brush because it's going to be the same color, okay? I'm going to move it close so you can see. So let's say that our sky here, we started with blue. And this is an ultramarine blue. Okay, and then I'm going to add equal amounts of yellow to that blue. So I'll show you. I am mixing it. And again, you should always mix with your palette knife, but I'm mixing this here for fast demo. So we have this wonderful green, right? We don't have a green out of the tube. We've got this green with mixing. Now, and this was my primary yellow, some of you might have cad yellow. To that, I am going to then add a white, so I'm going to make it a tone. And I have now just a lighter green, okay? And then to that, I'm going to add some red. And now I have this brown. And then to that, I'm going to add some yellow. You see how these colors look more like life? And then I'm going to add white to it. And then I'm going to add more red. These are all wonderful colors that you would really see in nature. And then to that, I'm going to add some blue. And then to that, I'm going to add some green. And then to that, I'm going to add some brown. And again, I'm adding, in this case, a sienna brown. And then to that, I'm going to add some blue again. And remember, you're going to add 50% of each of the colors, right? And then to that, I'm going to add again some yellow. And I'm going to put the greens up close because it's really important that you notice how these landscape greens change. They are what you would see in nature sometimes, and then I'm going to put some more under brown. And then I'm going to put red again. And then I'm going to put blue. And then last, I'm going to put green. And look at all of these wonderful colors. None of them are directly out of the tube, and they all build on each other. This was just starting with ultramarine blue and adding a new color. Now I have all of these beautiful landscape colors, and this was the example that I did for this painting. Okay, so you can change them. Here I added a little bit more of browns. Here I stuck more with the greens. And this is a color wheel, so this is so limited. That's why when you start doing your paintings, you can have much more of a variety when you mix all these colors. So hopefully you will join me in one of my classes, and you'll see how you can mix colors and paint amazing landscapes, no matter what style you want to do it in. If you want to do realist, if you want to do impressionist, if you even want to do modern art, I do it all. So the thing is, my students, we always have a great time. Hopefully you can join us. Try this. Tell me what you think, and do a painting and put the link below. I'd love to see what you're doing. Okay, everyone, have a great week. Ciao.